Gemini, this person's words and actions have not been matching up, but which one have you been listening to? Because you can't listen to them both. So let's see exactly what their actions have been telling you, as well as what the future can hold when you only listen to their actions. So it's going to be by Geminis, Sun, Moon, and Rising, as well as Venus. Go ahead and like, follow, and share us with another Gemini. Of course, guys, just know I did open up my personal reading, so make sure y'all check the link in the bio because we're running out of slots. But nonetheless, let's talk about it. So what I have here for you is the Knight of Cups, the Hermit, and the Four of Swords. So what their actions have been telling you is that they're not serious. What their actions have been telling you is that they have a beautiful vision. They can talk very well. They might be like a salesman, maybe a car salesman or something. They might be in sales, but nonetheless, they have a vision. They have potential. They have hope of a beautiful future, right? They can really lift up someone's heart and really pour into someone when they're ready. But being this Knight, it shows me that they haven't really come into their full potential. They have talk of what they want, how they want a beautiful wife or a sexy husband that did this and does that and does this, but they don't want to put the work behind it. They don't want to be the emotional support when necessary. They don't know what it really takes to hold someone down, but they want you to give them all the benefits, babe. Okay, give me all the wife benefits and give me all the husband benefits. But baby, I don't know if I want to reciprocate that. And that's what you're realizing. You're realizing that the love isn't being reciprocated, and you're realizing more and more that this person has like a gift of gab, right? They can just talk and none of it matters because none of it's actually backed up from what they're saying. Not only that, this connection is actually supposed to pull you away from kind of all connections at this time to really reflect to figure out, why do I keep attracting people that are not emotionally available? Why do I keep attracting people who can just talk my ear off? Why do I get infatuated by potential when I don't see results? And there's this common type of cycle that keeps repeating itself. And I think when you really sit with yourself, it's hard to do it, but when we're honest and we sit with ourselves, you'll see that it will really unfold to you that, dang, yeah, maybe there's something underlining here. Maybe there's new standards I need to put in place. Maybe there's a new type of worth I need to understand within myself to make sure that I only allow for people who are worth my energy to enter my zone. And it's not just by the sweet words and the sweet nothings. I want real facts. I want someone that can prove that and prove their love. And so this is what, if you're not already in it, don't be afraid of the hermit mode, because it's time for you to reflect. What it shows me here, you have been a reflection. You're starting to see through all of the BS and whatnot. And now you're realizing more and more that their actions are showing you to focus on yourself. A lot of times when we're in connections, it's just kind of natural habit that we kind of pour into this person, even if they're not pouring back into us, because we want love. We crave it. We all do, right? But with this Four of Swords, so it shows me is that you've been pouring your heart into people who aren't really worth the energy, the time, and they're actually vampires. They just suck your blood until you're just fed up. And so there's this essence for you to realize to not pour into other people until they prove that. And not to say not to be gracious and giving and all that beautiful things, right? But don't give your whole heart until they show you that they're worthy of that. And also make sure you don't lose yourself in connections. Don't get so wrapped up in the potential and what they're saying. Don't do that, because you'll lose who you are, because you'll keep compromising, hoping that they'll change. You'll keep saying, okay, well, maybe one day they'll give me what they said, and then it doesn't come. And so what Spirit's trying to show you here is that they have been telling you to focus back on yourself, to pull your energy away from this connection. And it's time to get back to you. It's time to take your rest. It's time to go to a spa. It's time to take me time, because the self-love needs to be poured into you right now. We're pouring energy where it's not being reciprocated. So baby, pull back all your energy. And so that is what's being shown to you in the direction. Now, Gemini, if this is already resonating for you, go ahead and follow and share this with another Gemini, because you know they need to hear it too. But let's go ahead and pull these additional cards to see exactly a little bit more about what happens when, we stop doing that. When we start listening to their actions, okay? What happens when we start listening to their actions? So what I have here for you is the Emperor, the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Cups. So let me just tell you that when you really start to look at their actions and respond accordingly, you'll see that you will see the success in love that you're looking for. So if you're seeing that someone isn't giving you what you need and you pull that back and you pour the energy into yourself, as we discussed in part 1, well, you're going to get the success, because now you're elevating your vibration, you're elevating your growth, and you're getting to the level to receive all that you're looking for. Because right now here, you're a part of the Wheel of Fortune. This connection is there for a reason. This connection is there to tell you and show you what you don't want. The type of love that you hope to never find you again, right? You want genuine, real love if you're going to give your energy, your time, your money, and everything else. And so seeing this Wheel of Fortune shows me that you needed this lesson. This was part of your journey, and this was part of destiny. So who you're with, who you dealing with, it was all part of the script, babe. And with it being part of the script, you need to learn this lesson. You need to understand more and more of where to pour that energy. And with this, it's like you're going to go through some downtimes, okay? This might be one of them downtimes dealing with a Knight of Cups, okay? One of the downtimes. So you're going to go down, but it's going to propel you forward, because these are the lessons that are going to really give you the momentum to understand your worth, understand your value, and not let anybody else tell you otherwise unless they want to prove something. And so with that, that is where I'm showing that Wheel of Fortune coming out. But what I'm showing even more is this Nine of Cups, because this connection is leading you back to yourself, but it's also leading you to your self-worth. Again, that's what the Nine of Cups is all about. It's realizing all that you bring to the table. It's realizing that if someone can't meet me, then why are you even stepping to me? It's realizing, like, I can be mean because I can be, you know what I mean? It's realizing who you are. It's realizing what you want. And it's realizing I don't have to keep settling for people who aren't giving me that. And so with this, you actually become this emperor. You step into your power. When you decide that I'm looking at people's actions and that's going to tell me how to treat them, and because they're telling me how they're treating me by their actions, right? I'm stepping in and I'm taking back my power, and I'm going to tell, or not tell, but I'm going to decide who comes into my aura, who comes around me, because you can't just walk up to the emperor. Okay, there's a lot of guards. That's your boundaries. That's your standards. To make sure that whoever approaches you, whoever comes into your energy, that they are an empress, that they match that energy. And anything less than that, baby, you can keep on walking, because my standards, my boundaries, they're there for a reason. Prove to me that you're worthy, and then we'll see what goes next. Okay, so that is what I'm showing for you, Gemini. Now let's go ahead and pull you up a angel number, and of course think about your yes, no question, because those are coming next. But what I have here for you is 666, which is reflection, very well with your reading. But in that it says, when you allow time for reflection, you allow yourself to see where inner shifts are needed. It is time for you to look at your beliefs and ask, is this serving me, or is it time to release this? Reflect, or refocus, and readjust. Don't tell me that didn't go with your reading. You probably got chills. I got a little bit of chills, so I know you got some too. But let's go and talk more and more about your yes, no question. So hi, Spirit. Thank you so much for being here with us. As you know though, Gemini asked a question. What is the answer to their question? Y'all, that's a no. Thank you so much, Spirit. I appreciate that. And can you double confirm that for our Geminis, the answer? Yeah, it's still a no. It's still a no. It ain't in alignment, okay? But that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonates, give you a bit of clarity moving forward. If it does, go ahead and comment, like, share with another Gemini. And of course, if you're interested in a personal reading, you know your girl does them. So check that link in the bio. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.